Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Chelsea and welcome to BOOKMAS. Today we are outside one of my favorite stores and we're going to do a little bit of book shopping, not only for Christmas presents, but I do have my eye on a couple of books that I want to buy for myself. So I thought it would be fun to take you guys along with me, and then we'll do a little book haul at the end of the video. So let's go ahead and jump into Barnes & Noble. Alright, we are back from Barnes & Noble and I thought we'd do a little bit of a haul. As I said, some of these are gifts and I did get a couple for me, but this was mainly like a let's buy gifts for Christmas shopping trip. I had a great time while I was shopping. I haven't just gone to the store and browsed in a little bit, so that was really fun for me. I found so many books that I wanted to buy, but I didn't, so cheers to me. I'm trying to be a little bit more responsible in the books that I buy, just because I think I tend to overbuy books, and then when I read them I'm like, oh, I probably didn't need to own this. So I'm trying to use Kindle Unlimited more. I'm trying to use my library more. And if I read a book and I really love it, then I will buy a copy, but very rarely have I been buying books recently that I'm like, oh, that looks interesting, but I did it today. So first of all, let's start with gifts. Every year I buy my dad and his wife books for Christmas. So this year for my stepmom, I bought James, which is the book of the year. I don't know if I can go wrong with buying this book for someone, so I'm glad I picked this one up. And then every year my dad sends a list, and he's a nonfiction reader, but I went a little bit off the list this year because I saw this book and I thought, I need to buy this immediately. And it is When the Sea Came Alive, and it's by the author who wrote The Only Plane in the Sky, which is about 9/11, and I love that book so much. I think it's very well done. It has tons of POVs, and I think this one is written in a similar fashion, so I hope he likes it. He really does love World War II, and I think it's going to be a really interesting read. So this was a little bit of a gamble, but I really hope he likes it. If anyone has read this, let me know, because I haven't heard about it and it just looked amazing. Next up, I bought a couple of books for my son. Every year I buy him a reference book for Christmas, and this year's reference book is the Children's Illustrated Atlas. He's been talking so much about traveling and like wanting to know where things are in the world, and I thought an atlas would be a really great choice for him. I think eventually I will also buy him a globe, but right now we just don't have the space for it, so I thought this atlas would be a perfect choice. And then I also buy him a Christmas book. He does have an advent calendar that I make every year with little slips of paper that have like Christmas or holiday prompts on them, and one of them is to read a Christmas book. So I thought when he picks that prompt, I'm going to wrap this book and have him open it, and that will be our Christmas book. But I bought him How Does Santa Go Down the Chimney? I love this illustrator. This is John Klassen. He also wrote The Skull. If you have a child and you haven't read The Skull, but they're kind of into like Halloween or like kind of creepy things, then you have to read The Skull. It's so good. It's more of like a early chapter book, but his illustrations are gorgeous and I'm just obsessed with this. I think it's so cute. They talk about how does Santa go down the chimney and the different ways that he might be able to go down the chimney, but the illustrations are really beautiful. Like, look at that. So I'm so excited to read this one. I saw this one at Target a few weeks ago and didn't pick it up because I was like, I don't need it. But then I saw it again at Barnes & Noble and I was like, this needs to be our Christmas book of the year. So I'm really happy I picked this up. So I have to wrap this today because I think the read a Christmas book prompt is tomorrow. And then for me, I bought 2 books. First up, I have Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare. This is the final book in the Shadowhunters world, and I'm going to be reading this in December. I'm so sad to be finishing this whole series, but I own all of the others, and like I love this series so much, so I was like, I'm definitely gonna buy this book, and I'm really shocked that they have them because sometimes they don't have the full series. They have like random books at my Barnes & Noble, so I was really happy that they had this one. I just want to show you for a second, they have all of the Shadowhunter World books on here, and this is incredible that I've read this many books by this author. I'm really sad to be reading this, but I'm also very excited based on where Chain of Iron left off. I'm hoping it'll be a good time. I've heard a little bit of mixed reviews about this one, but I think the reason why I love this particular trilogy so much is really going to shine in book 3. So hopefully I'll really like this one, but I'm definitely going to be reading it this month. And last but not least is a little bit of a stretch book for me, but I saw it and I keep coming back to it because my friend Kelsey has read this series and she says she really enjoys it. And again, I've heard mixed reviews about it, but I trust her more than almost anyone in the world with our book taste, so I think I will also really enjoy it, and that is Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. I haven't read anything else by this author. This is the first book I've picked up, but I saw this cover and I saw this book at the store and it just screamed like, pick me up, buy me, buy me, buy me. So I listened and I bought this book. It's also a really pretty edition. Not that I think I need all special edition books because I really think we don't need this many special edition books, but it was just screaming at me to pick it up. I saw so many other books at the store that I have planned on reading, and for some reason this is the one that stuck out to me, so I ended up buying it. I hope I really enjoy it. We'll see. I think it's about one of the, it's about one of the 7, I guess, princes of hell. It's about the Prince of Envy, and I think it's probably going to be like an enemies to lovers. This is the first in a standalone series. I think the series prior to this one is about Envy's brother, if I'm not mistaken, and I haven't heard like the most amazing things about that series from some of my friends, but I don't know. We'll see how I like this one. If I really like it, I might go back and read everything else by Carrie Maniscalco, but I'm really hoping that I enjoy this. That concludes my book shopping and book haul video. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked today's video and you like book content, please go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you as part of this little community. I hope you have the most wonderful day, and I will catch you in the next one.